very mechanical. My knees, I don't have my knee out because then he's gonna pop his shoulder back in and not have to redo it. All right, I get my here and my knee is pinching into the side of his head, so he can't drive this shoulder through. So I'm making it very uncomfortable for him. I'm not pinching as hard as I can, but I'm definitely creating some pressure here so he knows he doesn't have space to escape. So from here, so again, when we're playing, my original point, when we go play closed guard, this is where I want to be, if possible. There's other ways we can play closed guards in, but if all possible, this is where I want to be at. Because his posture is broken, his arms are isolated, he's tied up, his shoulder, one of his shoulders are out of play, he can't punch me, all these things are going to our benefit. So the window's slowly closing on this guy on how much longer he has to survive. So when I get into this position here, a lot of times they'll put their palm up here. If I feel a palm up grip, and maybe I can't tell, I can sometimes tell by the back of my shoulder and how they're grabbing it. So if he goes palm down, his arm is actually relatively safe at the moment. If he goes palm up, I have a submission where I keep everything where I just did. I don't adjust anything. I lift my hips up, and then my pelvis facing that way into his elbow. The hand behind him is also creating a leverage point here, right? So it's just a really fast tap. So a really fast submission. So again, get the 2-on-1 grip. Lift my hips, arm drag. He spurs back up. Get my shoulder in place. I pinch his wrist into my body. From here, I just extend without securing his arm. I extend my hips like upward to the sky and my pelvis out that way. As you can see, so that all that torque's behind that elbow. So, so like I said, like I was saying, just in that position alone, without making any changes, we can submit someone, break someone's arm. All right, you may see it again.
I have a question.
Yep.
When you're going from low guard to high guard,
Yep.
how do you get that reset? Like, because you open your guard and then you shot your hips back up.
Yep.
Is there like?
Good question. So when I get here. So in order to do that, so that's why I like to post off someone. I use the hand to help kind of guide it. So I'm just opening my guard up, lifting my hips up. I'm trying to get my knees past his shoulders, and that allows me to close up here. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
So I can't really do it here and then try to walk my legs up. I guess I can.
So you shoot your knees.
Yeah, here. So remember, yeah. So I basically try to shoot him backwards here.
Okay.
Again, I'm just targeting. If you can get, Mo is actually getting both. I can't really, he's doing this. Cool, if you can do that, even better. I'll tack both arms at the same time, right? It'd be crazy. But anyway, I'm just focusing on the arm that I trap. So bringing my feet back up towards me, and just bring it up
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
Very good question.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of it too is like, I was thinking about the same thing, but when I go to square up, I'm pulling back. So I actually help them.
It creates the space for me to get my legs involved.
Yeah, so when I was pulling back to square up, that actually makes it better.
Okay.
Good. All right, let's work on that. Just work on the exact same thing we did, but just notice when the palm's up, let's extend our hips and try to get that submission. All right, 3, 2, 1.